y'all. It's Jaleesa over at Cruise Lit TV. Just wanted to stop by and say hey and let you know how our day 4 went at Progresso. Now this was our trip November 13 through 18, and day 4 was Progresso. And just like the morning before, we went out and we had our morning coffee on the balcony, and but it was early. I woke up very early. The sun hadn't even broke through the clouds, broke, and I just felt, I don't know, a lot of women can probably know what I'm talking about. I just felt this presence. I knew there was more than just myself standing out on that balcony. Gus had went back and he hadn't come back out yet. He wasn't on the balcony yet. And he came out and I went, shh. And he said, "What is it?" And I said, "I don't know. I feel this presence." And about that time, they came and brought our coffee. So he stepped back inside to get the coffee and bring it out. And I saw it jump up out of the water, did a complete flip in the air and went down. And I sat up and I stood up at the railing and I said, "I see you." And it was an entire pod of dolphins. And they were out there just playing, putting on a show. It was ballet in the dark. There was just enough light coming off that I could see their little heads come up, and then they'd come up and do a complete flip. They put on this show, this spectacular show for me. And I get very emotional at things like that. It was just beautiful. And Gus came out and I went, "Shh, watch." And about that time, another one came up and I said, "Get the camera." He ran back in and he got the camera. And we've got about 10 minutes of footage. What they would do, they would come to our side and they would do this little show, and then they'd swim off, and it's like they knew I was watching, so they were performing, and then they'd swim off, and then I'd be like, "Well, where'd they go? Are they coming back?" After a minute, they'd come back from this way, but they went off that way. What they were doing, they were circling the ship, bringing us into port. It's like they showed up just to greet the ship and say, "Okay, welcome home." And we sat out there and we watched them. And you have to look very closely in the video, but every now and then you can see little heads pop up, and they were just absolutely beautiful. And to me, that was the highlight of Progresso. We docked, and then they just kind of went on about their way. And I said, "Okay, it's time to get dressed and go into town and see what's all about Progresso." Progresso is the place you want to shop. Cozumel has shopping, but it's all the expensive diamonds and jewelry and stuff like that. If you want knickknacks, souvenirs to bring back to your family, Progresso is the place. I went in there. Now you go in through the town. They've got the cigarette shops and the alcohol shops and all that, under this. It's like this big tent area. You walk through there and you just keep walking. You get on down through town. Now the shop's right there in front. They've got good prices. But what you're going to pay $5 for there, you're going to get 2 or 3 somethings, the same thing, for $5 if you go all the way through town. We went all the way through town, around towards the back, where everybody catches the buses and whatnot and the cabs to go on excursions. We didn't do an excursion in Progresso. We get on down through there, and the very last shop around the corner, there was this place that I did my shopping. Cannot tell you the name of it, but if you look, the shop is on the corner. So there's a doorway here and there's a doorway here, and this is the corner of the building. And the doorways were wide open. It was almost like garage doors. I went in there and I walked around and I got 3 big bottles. I'm talking big bottles of pure vanilla. $10 for 3. You're gonna pay $7 for 1 bottle, or 3 for 10. And this vanilla, you open that up and you smell it. It's like you've been baking all day in the house. Get you some vanilla when you go to Progresso. I brought back the 3 bottles in the same little shopping area, the same little store. There was this man. He called himself the Mexican Da Vinci, Mexican Picasso. Okay, he was the Mexican Picasso. He made the most beautiful plates. He's got little surfboards, he's got skateboards, he's got plates, he's got all kinds of stuff. Bags, like ladies' purses, bags that he paints. I brought back a plate, like a dinner-sized plate. This man sits there, he's got his palette of paints on a plate. He finger paints it. He gets started painting with his fingers, and you're like, this man's making the biggest mess I ever saw. But keep watching. In just a minute, it's gonna turn into something. And he asked me, he says, which ship are you on? And I said, we're on the Breeze. When he got done, it only took about 5 minutes for him to complete that painting on that plate. When he got done, it was the Carnival Breeze. And he painted that for me. And I brought that home. And when you know, my daughter saw it, she was all about that plate. She loves purple. And it had a lot of purple in the sunset. So I had to give her the plate. And so when we went back 2 weeks later, he and Darwin were the only reasons I even got off the ship that time. I had to see Darwin in Cozumel. I had to see the Mexican Picasso in Progresso. Walked in there, the man remembered us. Of course, it had only been a week, but he sees hundreds of people come through there each time, and he remembers them. I walked up, and the week we were there the first time, he said, "And what is your name?" And I said, "I'm Lisa." And he laughs and cuts up and jokes with you the entire time he's painting, and he'll tell you stories. And so the first time, I told him my name was Lisa, and he said, "Hey, Lisa Lopez." And he started singing and carrying on. Well, when we went back this next time, when I walked up, he says, "Hey, Lisa Lopez." He grabbed a plate and he says, "What do you want today?" I said, "This one is mine, all mine. The last one I gave to my daughter. This one is mine." He said, "I got you, Mama." He pulled out that plate. He painted it. He wrote my name on there with a heart. And so next time I go, I'm going to see him again. Every time I go into Progresso, I've got to stop by and see my friend, the Mexican Picasso. The man is brilliant. He is a true artist. He has this vision that is just incredible. And the personality and the stories, and I love the stories. He will sit there and tell you stories, and I could listen to him all day. Yeah, my dogs are acting bad. Mackenzie and Rocco are our two dogs. We've got Mackenzie is a Parson Russell Terrier, and Rocco is a Boston Terrier. They both have their little attitudes. But Mama's got a good fly swatter. They don't like it. You gonna behave? Huh? Come on. Easy. Hey. You gonna take my necklace off? Hey. Look here. Say hi. Say hi. Do you see us? Do you see us? Okay, let's go. But next time y'all go into Progresso, make sure you go and see him, and tell him Lisa Lopez sent you to see him, and tell him Lisa Lopez with the red hair, and he's liable to remember me again. So that's all I have for you today. Y'all have a blessed one. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorite thing to do in Progresso is. And be sure and let me know who your favorite authors are, so that I can see about getting them on here, so you can do some live Q&As. All right. Take care. See you on the high seas.